Hey, it's Jegant Drago here, and from my previous video just talking about Supplementary Adrenaline and Deadsprint combo together and what are the possible buffs it should get, I got a few interesting suggestions to dive a little deeper into this topic and compare it to other armors. First, I want to show the level 1 maps that I'll be running. Sadly, I couldn't quite get the same map layout. I heard you simply just need to leave the mission and then you can rejoin and find the same mission and the same map design, but I just couldn't do it. Let me know in the comments how it's done correctly. But for now, I'll be running 400 meters maps to keep the distance consistent as much as possible. So keep that in mind. Then here are some stats for the armor level and their speed on your screen. Feel free to pause to see it in detail. Basically, the higher the level of the armor from light to heavy, you not only lose on your running speed but also on your stamina. Basically, it just determines how long you can run. And your recovery from running is also slower too. So let's begin with the first test, which is the light armor medic type. Not the fastest speed, but a popular armor type for sure. And with the stamina booster, we get around plus 8 seconds of running speed. And to run 400 meters without stopping, you end up using around 2 stims on average, with a runtime of 1 minute 27 seconds. Next is a medium armor with the same stamina booster with a running time of 20 seconds. Based on my clip, I used 2 to 3 stims to reach the end and a runtime of 1 minute 20 seconds. The difference in map might affect the results a little. Sorry about that. Now we get to the medium armor with Supplementary Adrenaline plus Deadsprint, and where we get a total of 52 seconds of running speed before we run out of HP before we need to stim up again, with a runtime of 1 minute 27 seconds, and we only used 1 stim. We move on to the heavy armor Supplementary Adrenaline plus Deadsprint, where we ran for 57 seconds before we need to use 1 stim to finish 400 meters, a total run of 1 minute and 24 seconds. With a higher HP, we get to continue to sprint a little longer than the medium armor version. With that, we're looking into the heavy medic armor with the stamina booster and got around 22 seconds of running with using 3 stims and a running time of 1 minute 36 seconds. Now we are testing the medium armor without the supplementary armor and only the Deadsprint to see how much time it would take. And here we got 23 seconds of running with the booster before we need to stim up our HP. We used 1 to 2 stims to reach the end of 1 minute and 35 seconds. So we did save a little on stims, but we lost quite a bit of time with the supplementary armor combo. And just for fun, we used the light armor with the booster and got a similar 24 seconds of running and used only 1 stim this time. Maybe due to the fact that Deadsprint takes out a percentage of your HP instead of flat HP apparently, and the light armor runs fast enough to complete the map before needing to use another stim. A runtime of 1 minute and 29 seconds. Added to that, we are using the extra padding light armor that gives us 100 HP and 550 fastest running speed, so we got to run somehow 24 seconds with a time of 1 minute and 24 seconds. Then the last test is to do a normal way of stop sprinting and let the stamina regen on its own before running. So in this test, again, we got to run 36 seconds and then took 7 seconds for the stamina to regen before running again. And in the end, it took us 1 minute and 38 seconds to finish the map. Then with the medium armor, we ran for 29 seconds, then took us around 7 seconds to recharge. I don't know, it was supposed to take longer, but here is the same. And a final run time of 1 minute 36 seconds. So with the Adrenaline Supplementary Armor combo with Deadsprint, you gain a very high potential for continuous running without needing to spend on stims. The thing to keep on running the normal way is to dive stim now, and that's still wasting a stim if you are not hit. The idea here is that you're basically saving the stim for when you actually get hit, and then you continue to run as you need to. And while running, you will prevent yourself from getting hit, or you try your best not to get hit. This is just an alternative gameplay style that you get to run and kite the enemy with the assumption that you will take less damage, with the ability to keep on running to covers. It might not be the best versus some types of enemies, so I'm not saying this is some S tier combo, but that I'm just having a little bit more fun being able to continuously run than to run out of stamina. Running across the map also feels really good to do than to stop and wait for the stamina to recharge. Just something I find annoying with the gameplay that disrupts the flow, but whatever, that's a different topic. Let's quickly go through the buffs again, that I don't think there's enough benefits to these passives and the big reason why people are not using them. So Deadsprint should give you around plus 50 running speed when you are taking damage. It's not good enough to take damage and just have the same sprinting speed. You need to be given more speed when sacrificing your HP. The percentage damage is optional. And something to note is that Vitality Booster also reduces the damage you take from Deadsprint. Sadly, I don't have a friend to do this kind of test with me, so I take the normal damage. As for Supplementary Adrenaline, the issue is that maybe you don't quite get enough stamina back for the damage you take, and when every other armor gets around 2 to 3 passives, all the other armors with just 1 passives, not just this one, are just not good enough, and they should at least get a secondary passive. This armor needs at least 1 more passive as well. I don't know what it might be, but it can really be anything from the list we currently have right now. Feel free to let me know what second passive you want to see in this armor. It could even be plus 2 stim, since this armor is expecting you to take damage to regen up some HP, you will need that plus 2 stims as well. Or since you are expecting to get hit, you get some kind of percentage damage reduction from the chest, but the math that regens your stamina has to be calculated before the damage reduction, so you regen more stamina while taking less damage to your HP. I do wonder if you are getting less stamina because of Vitality Booster. Knowing Arrowhead and how buggy their calculations and game design coding is, I have a feeling that if you are running Vitality Booster with a friend with this armor, you might be getting less stamina back because you're taking less damage, when it should still be the other way around, where you use Vitality Booster to take less damage, but since the initial damage hitting you is the X amount here, you should be given more stamina. I'll let someone else figure that one out. But Arrowhead lastly needs to find a way to release an armor and booster type that swaps these passives as well. Not a patch to swap the current versions, but create a new armor that has the Deadsprint passive and a second passive benefit, and then a booster that has the Supplementary Adrenaline that benefits the whole team instead of Deadsprint that might hinder the whole team or make some people slightly upset, even though I don't think it's that bad. Well, that's all I have for you today, and thank you for reaching the end of the video. A few suggestions is that I script my videos, which I have done. It's not quite perfect, but it's a start. So how does it sound? Let me know in the comments. Until we meet again.